Ok, muy buenas tardes, estimados alumnos. Les saluda Robinson Bernal, coordinador general de la Escuela de Gobierno. El día de hoy tenemos nuestra segunda clase en vivo de nuestro diplomado en inglés para viajar al extranjero. Hoy creo que ya iniciamos con los glosarios y demás palabras importantes para nuestros queridos abogados y estudiantes de Derecho. Sin más que decir, Caryn, la platea es todo tuya.
Bueno, hola, ¿cómo están? Hoy es nuestra segunda clase de inglés para abogados, entonces vamos a darle inicio. Ok. ¿Estamos todos de la clase anterior? Yes. Hi, Alejandro.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon.
How are you?
Everything okay, teacher? Neil?
Oh, well. How is the weather there?
Hot.
Always in Paraguay. But I think we're ready to start this.
Nice.
Okay. ¿Alguien más que se unió a nuestro grupo hoy recién? No? Okay. Give me 1 minute. Did you get the materials for today's class? Did anyone take a look? Alejandro, did you take a look? So we can start working on vocabulary. I don't hear you. You are silenced, Alejandro. I don't know why. I don't hear you.
Yeah, yes, I received exercises and glossary.
Yes, vocabulary. Did you do them?
Yes.
Okay, we will revise it now. Anyone else that wants to say hello before we begin? We're a small group today. Okay. Let's start with the first word, which says agreement. Alejandro, can you describe what an agreement is? But you're silenced. Don't forget you're silenced.
Sure.
Now I hear you. So I'm going to say the word and then we will try to interact. You have to describe and give an example. Who is back? Okay. So agreement, a mutual understanding or arrangement between two or more parties. Both parties sign the agreement to finalize the sale. Breach. Anyone want to say the description of breach? Maybe Hugo? Do you want to describe? Everyone's shy today. Alfredo, do you want to describe? Okay, I will. The act of breaking or failing to perform. Yes? Who's speaking?
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Aristides. How are you?
Fine, fine. Thank you.
Me?
Me too.
Do you want to describe?
Yes, I'm opening the work here. Do you refer the agreement?
The agreement, Alejandro already helped me with. I said agreement and he read the description. Now it's
what point you want now?
Breach. Number 2.
Breach. the act of breaking or failing to perform a legal duty or obligation. Breach.
Example?
Example, the company sues for breach of contract.
Very good. Number 3, clause. Anyone want to describe what clause is? Blanca, do you want to describe? Or
Okay. Clause is a specific provision or section in a legal document.
and the example?
The contract contains a clause about confidentiality.
Confidentiality. Okay, number 4, court. Who wants to describe court?
Court, a place where legal case are heard and decide. Example, the case will be present in court next week.
The case will be presented in court next week. Very good. Number 5, defendant.
I can read it.
Okay. I hear you, Silvia. You're silent, Silvia. If you are reading it, you're silenced.
Sorry. When I get out to read the document, I accidentally close it. So defendant, a person accused. Oh my goodness. It closed all the time. A person accused of a crime or being sued in a court case. Example, the defendant denied all allegations.
Very good. Plaintiff. Who wants to describe what a plaintiff is? Maybe Rocio? Hugo?
Maybe
Augusto?
you decide.
No, I don't want to force anyone. I want them to feel comfortable. Okay, I think this one will be Hugo.
Let's go, Hugo.
Come on, Hugo, we want to hear you. Okay, Hugo, no. And what about Augusto? Do you want to read plaintiff? That's why I don't want to choose. I think the person who wants to read has to just read. Okay. Plaintiff. Anyone?
Okay, teacher, plaintiff, a person who brings a lawsuit to court. Example, the plaintiff is seeking compensations for damage.
Very good. 7, contract. Anyone want to read? I think Alejandro can read now. He was my first assistant reading.
Okay. Contract, yeah.
Yes, contract.
Written or spoken agreement, especially when concerning employment or business. Example, he signed a contract to work for the company.
Very good. Law. Who can describe what law is?
Law. The system of rules that a society or government develops should deal with crime, business, agreements, and social behavior. Example, the new law requires companies to reduce emissions.
Very good. Let's see. The next one. Legal. Maybe Blanca can read that one. And please,
Okay, legal.
everyone. Yes, legal.
Related to the law or permitted by the law. Example, hiring a lawyer is a legal requirement in many cases.
Hiring a lawyer. Very good. Anyone want to read about witness? A witness. ¿Quién se anima? No importa si no tengan miedo a cometer errores. Estoy aquí para corregirles.
Hello, teacher. I'm going to read.
Okay, please.
Number?
10. Witness.
Witness. A person who sees an event happen, especially an crime or an accident.
A crime or an accident. Mm-hmm.
An accident. And can provide evidence in court.
Example?
For example, the witness testified.
The witness testified
in court about that he saw. But he saw.
What about what he saw?
About what he saw. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to read again so you can hear Roberto. Witness, a person who sees an event happen, especially a crime or an accident, and can provide evidence in court. Example, the witness testified in court about what he saw. Number 11, who wants to read number 11? So that we can all participate. Anyone? Aristides, it will be you.
Okay, teacher. Judge.
Judge.
Judge. A public official who is in charge of a court and makes decisions in legal cases. Example, the judge ruled. The judge ruled that the defendant was guilty.
Very good. Number 12, I will read and everybody hears. Trial, a formal examination of evidence in a court to determine the facts of a case. Example, the trial lasted for 3 weeks. Blanca, you want to do the next one? Sentence.
Sentence, the punishment given to someone found guilty of a crime. Example, the defendant received a 5-year prison sentence.
Very good. 14 for case. Anyone? Anyone want to read case? Roberto?
Case, a legal action and lawsuit. Example, the lawyer is handling several cases this month.
Very good. 15, Sylvia. Can you read?
Sure. 15 says crime, an act that is against the law. Example, stealing is a serious crime. Stealing is a serious crime.
Very good. Anyone else want to read number 16? Any volunteers for number 16? Okay, I will read number 16. Defense. The case presented by or on behalf of the defendant. Example, the defense lawyer argued that his client was innocent. We will anyway read this all together.
Profe.
Yes.
Buenas tardes. No funciona bien mi internet, parece. ¿Se me escucha?
Sí, te escuchamos.
Ya. La clase anterior, el la que fue la primera clase, yo no pude acceder porque yo llegué tarde de mi trabajo y se me dificultó, y ya cuando ya terminaban pude acceder. Pero no pude ni presentarme ni nada. Lo que yo quiero ahora, profesora, saber bien es, a lo mejor, para ubicarme, porque me doy cuenta que todo el mundo habla en inglés, se está desenvolviendo, y yo no entendí, no sé si yo estoy un poco desubicadita en el sentido de qué perfil tendría que tener para este curso.
Ahora mismo,
Sobre todo es lo que a mí me preocupa, porque decía inglés técnico para abogados, ¿verdad? Yo no soy abogada aún, pero estoy interesada en el tema. En mi caso, yo entiendo inglés más o menos nivel medio, pero me cuesta hablar porque no es no es mi hábito, yo me desenvuelvo en una labor donde se habla español 100%, entonces inglés es práctico. Entonces quiero saber, para no fracasar, cuál debe ser el nivel, cuál es el perfil que uno debe reunir para este curso, porque si no es incómodo. Disculpe que mencione de ese modo, pero me resulta así. Entonces quiero saber bien si va a hacerse grupo, cómo es el tema.
Buenas tardes. Acá no es un solo grupo para el curso, y cualquier duda que tenga sobre la parte académica no puede interrumpir la clase, por favor. Me escribe por WhatsApp, todos tienen mi número y ahí podemos ver el tema de cada uno de ellos. Sí, puedes pedir con la clase, Caryn, por favor.
muchas gracias.
Okay, gracias.
Which number were we? In number 16.
17. Okay.
17. Hugo, you said which materials? Guys, where did you get your materials?
We got it like half an hour ago, teacher, from WhatsApp, through WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, Hugo. It's there. Did you find it? Okay, 17, prosecution. Anyone want to read? Hugo no está en el grupo. Okay, Hugo. I don't know how I can help you with that.
So Mr. Robinson should be helping him.
Yes, write to Mr. Robinson so that he can add you to the group. Hugo. Please. Okay, prosecution. The legal proceedings against someone accused of a crime. The prosecution presented strong evidence against the defendant. Number 18, any volunteers for number 18?
I'm teacher.
Teacher, creo que vos podés mutearlo un micrófono, teacher. Escucha bien.
Who? But I don't know who I can mute. No, Alejandro, I can't. I'm not the... Robinson has to do it. I am not. Yes. I just don't know who's making the noise.
I think it was Alfredo's microphone, teacher.
Everyone's silent. I don't know who it is. Or maybe, yes, maybe. Let me try. Okay, who wants to read? I can silence him.
Innocent, teacher.
You can read number 18.
18, guilty. Responsible for committing a crime or wrongdoing. Example, he
Wrongdoing.
was found wrongdoing. He was found guilty of theft.
Theft.
Theft
Theft.
sería robo, profe.
Yes, theft is robo.
Vale, gracias.
Number 19, anyone?
Innocent,
Hola,
not guilty of crime or wrongdoing. Example, she was declared innocent after the trial.
I can't silence our classmate. Sí. Ah,
Ok, voy a conectar. Tengo un parlantecito acá paralelo, pero voy a desconectar.
hola, profe.
hello, Diana. How are you?
Fine. Quería consultar qué número están en el ejercicio para poder seguir.
Number 19, en el 19 estamos ahora. De
Thank you,
vocabulario.
teacher.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
teacher.
Okay, number 19. Alejandro, you read number 19.
Yeah, teacher, I read. Again?
Okay. No, we will do 20. Verdict. Anyone want to read that one? Maybe Blanca? Yes,
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 profe.
yes.
Verdict, the final decision or judgment in a court case. Example, the jury returned a guilty verdict.
The jury return. Yes, we don't have jury here, but just for the vocabulary. 21, appeal. Hugo, you wanted to do that one. The microphone's yours.
Okay, teacher. Appeal. A request to a higher court to change a decision made by the lower court. The lower court. Example,
By a lower court.
by the lower court. Example, the defendant decided to appeal the verdict.
To appeal the verdict. Very good. Number 22,
Teacher,
evidence.
Teacher, may I ask a question?
Yes, Blanca.
What means lower court?
The lower court here they don't use, but it's the first in countries where they have that system. The lower court is before you go to the high court. So it's like
Okay.
a court.
Tribunal inferior sería.
Tribunal inferior. Un tribunal inferior. Okay, thank you.
I don't know if you have that here. I think you do have that here.
Here we have a different level of appeal.
Okay. So you can appeal on different levels. Okay. Evidence. Number 22. Anyone want to read?
Yo, profe.
Yes, I hear you, Diana.
Thank you. Evidence. Information or objects presented in court to support a claim or argument. Example, the witness testimony was key evidence in the trial.
Very good. Number 23. Anyone want to read? Number 23, settlement. Okay, I will read settlement. Settlement, an agreement reached by both parties in a dispute, often without going to trial. Example, they reached a settlement before the case went to court. How would you say that in Spanish? There is a specific term for a settlement. It's very similar.
Acuerdo.
A conciliation?
Sí, acuerdo extrajudicial se dice.
Okay, so you have something like that here too.
Acuerdo.
What would be the difference then between an agreement and a settlement?
It's the same. I think
It's the same? Okay.
yes, they have the same. Just different words for the same thing. Number 24, any volunteers for damages?
I'm gonna read, teacher.
Yes, you can read.
Damages.
Damages.
Damages. Money awarded to someone in lawsuit as compensation for loss or injury. Example, the company was ordered to pay 1 million in damages.
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 I'm going to read again for the pronunciation. Damages, money awarded to someone in a lawsuit as compensation for loss or injury. Example, the company was ordered to pay 1 million in damages. Number 25. Anyone want to read about compensation? Anímense a participar. Igual si no se sienten seguros, la idea es que ustedes participen. Compensation. Augusto.
You hear me, teacher?
Teacher.
I hear you. Yes, Rocío.
Sorry.
Yes.
No le estoy respondiendo, pero estoy hablando con ustedes y repitiendo todo lo que usted dice para ensayarme. Algunas cosas entiendo, así los verbos, algunas partes, pero me estoy esforzando, por eso no le estoy respondiendo. No se preocupe, voy a intentar acompañar y repetir las palabras.
Igual nosotros vamos siempre a ir trabajando el vocabulario.
Sí,
Traten
profe.
de participar todos los que puedan. Muchas gracias, Rocío. Augusto, you wanted to read that one?
You hear me, teacher?
You will read?
Compensation. Compensation.
Yes.
Payment or sometimes given to make up for a loss, injury, or worse than. Example, the workers receive compensation for their overtime hour.
Compensation. Okay, I'm going to repeat, okay? Compensation, payment or something given to make up for a loss, injury, or work done. Example, the workers received compensation for their overtime hours. 26, contractual. Anyone want to read about contractual?
Yo, profe.
Contractual, teacher.
Okay.
Diana wants to read.
Okay, Diana. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Contractual, relating to or contained in a contract. Example, the employer violated the contractual terms of the agreement.
Very good. I will read now, just for the pronunciation. Everyone try to repeat what you hear. The idea is for you to have more vocabulary, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Contractual, relating to or contained in a contract. Example, the employee violated the contractual terms of the agreement. Negotiation. Anyone want to read negotiation? Aristides, you wanted to read. This is your time.
Negotiation, a discussion aimed at reaching an agreement, especially in business or legal matters. Example, they're in negotiation over the terms of the contract.
Very good. 28, terms. Anyone want to read terms? Maybe Blanca could be. Okay, Andrea, read.
Terms, the conditions see out in contract or agreement. Example, the terms of the lease agreement were clear.
Okay, I'm going to read now, okay? Terms, the conditions set out in a contract or agreement. The terms of the lease agreement were clear, very clear. Okay, very good. Number 28, terms. Anyone want to read terms?
The condition set out in contract or agreement. Example, the terms of lease agreement were clear.
Very good. The next one, who wants to read? Number 20.
29 parties. The people or groups involved in a legal or contract. Example, the parties involved in contract are the landlord and the tenant.
And the tenant. Okay, tenant. I will read again so you hear the pronunciation. Parties, the people or groups involved in a legal case or contract. Example, the parties involved in the contract are the landlord and the tenant.
What means tenant?
And the person who rents your home. So if you rent your home, you're the landlord. And the tenant is the inquilino. That's the word in Spanish.
Okay.
Inquilino.
Thank you.
I'm going to close my window because the dog of the neighbor is a bit bothersome. 1 second. Someone can read the next one. We have to read the next one, which is liability. Alejandro, that one is for you.
Liability, legal responsibility for something, especially for paying debts or damages. Example, the company accepts liability for the product defects.
Very good. 31, legal representative. Who wants to read about legal representative? Okay, I will read that one. Legal representative, a person, usually a lawyer, who speaks or acts on behalf of someone else in legal matters. Example, the legal representative represents the client's case in court. Number 32, courtroom. Anyone? Diana, Andrea, Roberto?
Agree, teacher.
Augusto, yes.
Courtroom.
Hello, teacher.
The room in which a court hears case and makes judgments. Example, the lawyer entered the courtroom to hear his case.
Okay, I will read now. Number 32. Courtroom, the room in which a court hears cases and makes judgments. Example, the lawyer entered the courtroom to argue his case. Ezequiel, you wanted to be part?
Hello, teacher. Perdón por dormirme recién. Vine recién a mi casa.
No problem. Do you want to read number 33? No? Okay. Anyone want to read? Aristides, 33 is yours.
Okay. Judgment. The official decisions of a court after a trial. Example, the judgment favored the plaintiff.
Favored, yes. Continue. Anyone
I
else
don't.
want to? Mhm. Favor the plaintiff.
Favoreció al ladrón es ahí, teacher.
No. Plaintiff. Do you remember what was plaintiff, Alejandro?
Demandante.
Yes.
Thank you.
The ladrón is a thief.
Thief.
Yes, this is plaintiff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Number 34 we have to do. Any Hugo, yes.
Sue. To bring a legal case against someone in court. Example, he decides to sue the company for unfair treatment.
Very good. I'm going to read after all the vocabulary so you hear the pronunciation, okay?
That's better.
Yes, then everybody hears and you can write the pronunciation, but we have to finish all 40 first.
Thank you.
So sue, to bring a legal case against someone in court, he decided to sue the company for unfair treatment. 35. Anyone want to read 35? Any volunteers? Diana, you're very quiet.
Yes, yeah, your teacher.
Yes.
Okay. 35. Testimony. A formal statement made in court by the witness or experts. Example, the witness give this testimony about the accident.
Very good. Anyone for the next one? For jurisdiction?
Hi, teacher. Jurisdiction.
Yes.
The official power or authority to make a legal decision and judgment. Example, the courts have jurisdiction over the case in the city.
I will read over again, so for the pronunciation. Thank you, Roberto. Okay, jurisdiction. The official power or authority to make legal decisions and judgments. Example, the court has jurisdiction over cases in this city. 37, notary. Anyone want to read notary? Blanca. Augusto, okay, Augusto, yes.
Notary, a person authorized to witness the signing of legal documents and administer OAs. Example, the notary signs the document after verifying its authenticity. Verify its authenticity.
Very good. Blanca, 38, arbitration.
First, can I make a question, please?
Yes, you can.
What does OAS means?
Juramento.
Okay.
An oath. An oath is a juramento.
Okay, great. Thank you.
We're lacking the 35 and 37 rereads, teacher.
I will read over from the beginning when we finish.
Oh, okay. Great.
37 I just read, notary. And now arbitration, Blanca will read.
Arbitration, a method of resolving disputes outside of court, where an arbiter makes a decision. Example, the parties agreed to arbitration to avoid a lengthy trial. What is lengthy?
very long, a long
Okay.
trial. But trials normally are long.
Okay.
Tort, number 39, tort. Alejandro, I want you to read tort and Aristides statute.
Or a wrongful act that causes harm or loss to someone, which can lead to a lawsuit. Example, the injured person filed a tort claim for the accident.
Very good. Aristides, and then I read from the beginning.
Okay. Statutes, a law passed by a legislative body. Example, the new statute regulates environmental protection.
Very good. I will read from the beginning.
Excuse me, teacher. It's not so clear for me what means tort.
Tort we have to look for a synonym in Spanish. Alejandro, do you know what a tort is?
Agravio podría ser.
Yes.
Okay.
Agravio.
Similar to that, Hugo. And
Thank
another
you.
one you forgot? Anyone? Before I start
Enojo.
reading?
Enojo, agravio.
Creo que es agravio.
Agravio, creo que es más. Ok.
El ejemplo habla de injuria. Entonces, no sé si sería agravio. Creo que sería algo más como
Ofensa.
no.
El ejemplo nomás habla de injuria. Yo creo que
ok.
es agravio, yo creo que aplica más.
It could be an offense.
En
El ejemplo dice, la persona
accidente, ¿verdad,
lesionada.
teacher?
Perdón.
Habla sobre accidente. El ejemplo.
Yes. In the example.
Por ese lado nomás creo que no es agravio.
Por eso que yo no estoy encontrando tampoco el término preciso para el tort.
Of harm or loss to someone. No sería agravio, creo.
No,
Tort normally is any hurt or harm done. How would that be in Spanish? Como un daño.
un daño que podés demandar.
Yes.
Puede ser.
Entonces da más bien daño, no es agravio.
It's a damage, yes, a harm that's a tort. Okay, can I read now the vocabulary so you hear me? Agreement, a mutual understanding or arrangement between two or more parties. Example, both parties signed the agreement to finalize the sale. Number 2, breach, the act of breaking or failing to perform a legal duty or obligation. Example, the company sued for breach of contract. 3, clause, a specific provision or section in a legal document. Example, the contract contains a clause about confidentiality. Number 4, court, a place where legal cases are heard and decided. Example, the case will be presented in court next week. If I speak too fast, please tell me so that we can go slower. Defendant, a person accused of a crime or being sued in a court. The defendant denied all allegations. Plaintiff, a person who brings a lawsuit to court. The plaintiff is seeking compensation for damages. 7, contract, a written or spoken agreement, especially one concerning employment or business. He signed a contract to work for the company. Law, the system of rules that a society or government develops to deal with crime, business agreements, and social behavior. The new law requires companies to reduce emissions. Legal, related to the law or permitted by the law. Am I going soft enough, or am I going too fast?
For me, it's perfect.
Please stop me when I start going too fast.
Perfect, teacher. I like so much to hear you.
Thank you. Okay. Law, the system of rules that a society or government develops to deal with crime, business agreements, or social behavior. Example, the new law requires companies to reduce emissions. 9. Legal, related to the law or permitted by the law. Hiring a lawyer is a legal requirement in many cases. 10. Witness, a person who sees an event happen, especially a crime or an accident, and can provide evidence in court. The witness testified in court about what he saw. Judge, a public official who is in charge of a court and makes decisions in legal cases. Example, the judge ruled that the defendant was guilty. Trial, a formal examination of evidence in a court to determine the facts of a case. Example, the trial lasted for 3 weeks. Sentence, the punishment given to someone found guilty of a crime. Example, the defendant received a 5-year prison sentence. Case, a legal action or lawsuit. Example, the lawyer is handling several cases this month. Crime, an act that is against the law. Example, stealing is a serious crime. 16. Defense, the case presented by or on behalf of the defendant. Example, the defense lawyer argued that his client was innocent. 17. Prosecution, the legal proceedings against someone accused of a crime. Example, the prosecution presented strong evidence against the defendant. Guilty, responsible for committing a crime or wrongdoing. He was found guilty of theft. Innocent, not guilty of a crime or wrongdoing. Example, she was declared innocent after the trial. Verdict, the final decision or judgment in a court case. The jury returned a guilty verdict, but here we don't have jury. Appeal, request to a higher court to change a decision made by a lower court. The defendant denied to appeal the verdict. Evidence, information or objects presented in court to support a claim or argument. The witness testimony was key evidence in the trial. Settlement, an agreement reached by both parties in a dispute, often without going to trial. Example, they reached a settlement before the case went to court. Damages, money awarded to someone in a lawsuit as compensation for loss or injury. Contractual, relating to or contained in a contract. Example, the employee violated contractual terms of the agreement. I'm not going too fast for you.
No, it's okay, teacher.
For my throat, no.
Do you have some water?
I have, thank you.
Maybe you drink some.
Negotiation, a discussion aimed at reaching an agreement, especially in business or legal matters. Example, They are in negotiation over the terms of the contract. Terms. The conditions set out in a contract or agreement. Example, the terms of the lease agreement were clear. Parties. The people or groups involved in a legal case or contract. Example, the parties involved in the contract are the landlord and the tenant. Liability. Legal responsibility for something, especially for paying debts or damages. The company accepts liability for the product defects. Legal representative. A person, usually a lawyer, who speaks or acts on behalf of someone else in legal matters. The legal representative presented the client's case in court. Courtroom. The room in which a court hears cases and makes judgments. Example, the lawyer entered the courtroom to argue his case. Judgment. The official decision of a court after a trial. The judgment favored the plaintiff. Sue. To bring legal case against someone in court. He decided to sue the company for unfair treatment. Testimony, a formal statement made in court by a witness or expert. Example, the witness gave his testimony about the accident. Jurisdiction, the official power or authority to make legal decisions and judgments. The court has jurisdiction over cases in this city. Notary, a person authorized to witness the signing of legal documents and administer oaths. Example, the notary signed the document after verifying its authenticity. Arbitration, a method of resolving disputes outside of court, where an arbitrator makes a decision. The parties agreed to arbitration to avoid a lengthy trial. Tort, this is the word that we were all saying. A wrongful act that causes harm or loss to someone, which can lead to a lawsuit. So it's a way to damage because it causes. Example, the injured person filed a tort claim for the accident. Statute, a law passed by a legislative body. The new statute regulates environmental protection. Now we have to do an exercise of filling in the blanks. So we have a few minutes to do the exercise. Do you have it?
Yes, teacher.
Teacher,
so-
you can share the material in the screen, on the screen.
Why are you asking me to do things I don't know how to do?
Okay.
Please. On Tuesday, I will be better at it. But maybe we can ask Robinson, Mr. Robinson, to share with us on the screen. ¿Ustedes no tienen para compartir? Okay.
We have the document. We have no permission to share.
I
We're
have
not
it on my
allowed.
cell phone. Yo no tengo nomás en la computadora, tengo en el celular, pues estoy mirando en el celular.
Teacher, yo tengo la computadora, si me dan la autorización, yo puedo compartir acá.
¿Le pueden dar la autorización al compañero para que él comparta? Please. Okay, there it is. Todos pueden ver el que compartió el compañero. Everyone can see. 5 minutes and we start checking, okay?
Okay, I can see.
Okay. I'm looking at the answers to know before you. Two minutes and we start checking.
Ten minutes, teacher. To finish.
You want 10 minutes, okay. Because we have to try and check everything before the end. Alejandro, we don't see your exercises anymore. Thank you.
Yes.
Everyone finished? Four minutes and we check. Alejandro, when we go checking, can you write in the blanks? Not yet, when we check. I already have all the answers. So that everyone can see. What happened? ¿Qué pasó? Cuando vayamos corrigiendo, Alejandro va a ir completando ahí para que puedan ver.
Teacher, no me da la opción de escribir, no.
¿No te permite?
No.
Un archivo PDF no se puede completar.
Sí, es un PDF, profe. Hay que copiar en un Word en todo caso y tratar de editar.
Y ahí si apretas editar un PDF no te deja.
A ver.
Yo creo que sería convertir a Word para que pueda
Yes.
ser editable.
See if you can edit. Maybe it will let you know.
No tengo la...
No.
Like,
And if you change it,
por ahí si alguien quiere hacer y yo dejo compartir y uno de los compañeros comparte.
but through Zoom, you don't have that option when you shared your screen. You are supposed to have some tools to write on it, like a board. No en el documento, but on the screen, on the picture you're showing in the screen. O no tenés ese permiso.
pero puede ser si copiamos a Word. Copy paste on Word, maybe. That will let you see?
Let me try. Got it.
There we go.
change the size. Nice.
Okay, ready to start checking?
Okay, let's try.
Number 1. Anyone have a suggestion for number 1? I already know the answer. The rule that the judge.
Judge?
The judge.
Okay.
We didn't do jury.
Prosecution.
The judge ruled that the defendant was guilty of theft. Number 2. Anyone?
Plaintiff is seeking evidence for the damage caused by the fire.
Compensation.
Compensation.
Compensation. Because a plaintiff is someone who is suing, so they want something. Compensation for the damages caused by the fire. Number 3, the company and the employee signed a formal
Contract.
yes.
Agreement.
No,
It's
contract.
Contract.
Contract. Yes. Outlining the terms of employment. Number 4, the defendant's
Witness.
defense stated that he was not at the scene of the crime. Yes. 5. After months of negotiations, the two companies reached a
Agreement.
more than agreement, it's a settlement.
Settlement. Okay.
Settlement, yes. To resolve the dispute. 6. The lawyer advised his client to
So,
yes, to Number 7. The judge asked the
plaintiff.
Plaintiff.
The plaintiff.
plaintiff with 2 F's. Plaintiff. The judge asked the plaintiff to present their case in court. Number 8.
Sorry?
The
Judge.
The verdict will decide whether the defendant is guilty or not. Yes, the judge gives the verdict, but the act itself is the verdict. Verdict. Without one E. Verdict. The middle one out, yes. Number 9. The contract includes a
clause.
yes, a clause that outlines the conditions of the sale.
Teacher, may I ask you in number 8? We don't get verdict here.
What do you have here?
The judge makes the decision.
But what is the decision that the judge does? Isn't that a verdict? What do you call it?
The sentence. The sentence. We
Okay.
decide. For me, it's better to say sentence instead of a verdict.
Okay. Alejandro, can you change it?
But we
Sí,
also have sentence for another sentence. We have sentence and verdict is veredicto. Like how we want to use it.
but you can know. Okay, we can change because of the law here. But remember that when you travel or you use it outside, you will also need verdict.
I can understand the difference. The verdict is in the term in certain systems, but in our system is, in my opinion, is better to use for this exercise sentence.
Yes, because it's the same thing. It's just a different name. Because it's the resolution.
Sorry, sorry for interrupting. According to the explanation on the glossary, is different, Blanca, because a verdict says if somebody is guilty or not, and a sentence says how many years that person goes to prison, for example. It's a different term, and I think we use it in Spanish as well. Creo que usamos los dos términos, son dos cosas diferentes. Se dicta el veredicto y después la sentencia en consecuencia del veredicto. I'm not a lawyer, but I think that's it.
Depende del juicio de la jurisdicción, si es fuero penal, fuero civil. En los fueros civil, laboral, se usan sentencias. No se habla de veredicto. Pero bueno, yo respeto opiniones.
Pero podría usarse en el caso de algo criminal, por ejemplo. El veredicto es, o sea, el juez declara a alguien culpable, es el veredicto, pero después dice que va a pasar 15 años en prisión, that's the sentence. ¿Puede ser?
Y eso aplica más podría aplicar más para penal.
Por eso, pero existe, ¿verdad? Es mi consulta.
Sí existe, sí existe. Pero sí, en el inglés ellos utilizan más verdict.
Sí, en eso estoy de acuerdo. Para el inglés aplica más veredicto. En nuestro caso,
Claro, pues son sistemas distintos, pues.
Pero entiendo que hay que manejar las dos cosas para cuando estemos hablando con gente de distintos sistemas, ¿verdad? Solo que hay que tener bien claro en qué contexto estamos usando.
Lo que podemos hacer es poner entre paréntesis, por eso tampoco ya les puse jury, porque acá no hay the jury. But Alejandro, why don't we put in parentheses verdict?
Pero es muy importante, profe, la acotación de la compañera, porque se aprende mucho así. Porque son sistemas muy diferentes al nuestro. Y también, por ejemplo, a mí me va a tocar más responder cosas en el extranjero que lo de acá. Entonces, por eso me parece muy bien.
It's very important what we're doing now. That's why everybody has a space to be able to speak. Por eso todos tenemos nuestro espacio para poder dialogar, ¿verdad? Pero es bueno saber todo el vocabulario necesario. Okay. In number 9, clause we did. 10.
Number 10, teacher.
Yes. If the agreement is violated, the party responsible will face legal liability. That means they have to pay for the damages liability. Yes, very good. 11, the case was postponed because
the witness,
yes, was unavailable for questioning. In number 12, we will have again the word verdict. The defendant appealed the verdict after the conviction was made. So once the verdict came out, the defendant appealed and said, I don't agree with it. It's verdict. It's not a sentence, actually. Because there's a conviction, but we can use both like we did earlier. Alejandro, what about that? We use verdict sentence. 13, testimony.
Yeah. Number 13, yeah, teacher.
13, the witness was asked to give their testimony during trial. Witness. Because they have to say what they saw. $14, the
Lawyer.
The lawyer of the case stated that the defendant acted with intent to harm. Yes, could be.
And could be legal representative.
Could be legal representative too.
Both options are okay.
Both options are okay. A lawyer or a legal representative.
Okay.
The witness provided crucial
Testimony.
Evidence.
evidence for me that helped, because the testimony evidence that helped the jury reach a verdict. Yes, we don't have a jury here, but it's good to know the vocabulary. The defendant's legal team presented their
Appeal.
Could be appeal. The defendant's legal team presented their appeal in defense of the accused. $17. This one could be the judge, the lawyer, the legal representative. All three could give their opinion on whether the new law was constitutional or not. $18. The judge issued, what can it be? Requiring the company to stop selling their faulty products. Could it be an injunction?
Injunction we have. And what about a breach?
Could
be a breach?
Could be a breach because they are selling faulty products. What other word can we use? Any suggestions, Blanca, Alejandro? Could be a breach of, but a breach is more a breach of contract.
Which one?
18. The judge issued a, for me it's an injunction, but we didn't do the injunction in the vocabulary. Could be a breach. Is it understood here, a breach, if we use it?
No.
No.
A sentence.
warning? A warning?
Warning.
I think warning. Warning. I think that warning.
A warning. I would put a warning. Requiring the company to stop selling the faulty products. 19. The company was found guilty and ordered to pay
Compensation.
to the injured party. Compensation could be damage.
Could be damage.
Yes, but compensation is more monetary because they ordered to pay. So the right word is compensation.
Okay.
20. The lawyer explained of the agreement. I would say that, yes, the terms of the agreement. Explain the term. The in charge of the case was known for being impartial and fair. Could be the
Judge.
lawyer or judge.
Judge.
The judge.
If you break the terms of a contract, you may face a
Compensation.
Compensation.
for damages. Is correct.
Compensation, yeah.
Compensation, yes. 22. Could be liability too. The parties agreed to use
Arbitration.
instead of going to trial. Yes.
Arbitration.
Yes. Arbitration.
Hmm.
$24. $24. If you go down, that was the last one.
Yes, teacher. Let me
Okay.
check.
See the PDF?
In the PDF, there are 40 sentences. So apparently one for each one of the words.
Yeah, some are repeated and we use, but we can leave. Let's see the PDF. No, there's no more
Okay,
on this.
I need to copy the other exercises.
Or we can do orally and the next class we complete.
Okay.
Because we have, how many
Yeah.
minutes? You cannot see our clock. We have 7 minutes. So if you open the PDF, the original one, and we can look at it. Always remember that whatever vocabulary we do, you have to revise.
The correct answer will be in the platform after the class.
No, I'm the knowledge.
Oh.
You depend. I will upload it when we finish, okay? So that we can do all the exercises.
No, I just asking the methodology. Because
Yes. When we finish all the exercises together, I will put the answers in the platform, okay?
that was my question.
Yes, and I with humor said I am your answer.
Okay.
Okay, 24. Of the case determined that the defendant was guilty of fraud. What word do you think goes there?
The judge.
Verdict.
Verdict. Or sentence, because remember in Paraguay, they use more the sentence of the case. Because it's the one that says, you did fraud. Number 25, the defendants argued that the evidence was not sufficient to convict him.
Legal representative, maybe?
Would be the legal
Lawyer.
representative, the lawyer. The one word we are not using is prosecutors. We will do a class about that because prosecutors have different functions in the law and in the countries too, the same as public notaries. Public notaries in other countries, like in my country, the public notary is the lawyer, and here it's divided. Your public notary is not the same as your lawyer. I think you have to study more or you study a different career to be a public notary. How is the system here? For
Sí, son
public
diferentes carreras.
Yes, they are different careers. Okay, let's
Muchos
continue.
abogados estudian unos años más y se reciben también de notarios.
Pero creo que se convalida y después tienen que hacer diferente, creo
Sí.
que es.
Sí, 2 años más o menos siguen y
Can be either way, teacher. They can study notary first because I have a student who finished and he recently became a notary. And now he's going to study to become a lawyer. Puede
Yes,
ser cualquiera de los dos primero.
pero que se reciban de notarios creo que no implica que tengan su registro. Eso tienen que volver a rendir, ¿no? Para tener su registro.
Sí, teacher.
¿O cómo?
Sí, tiene que rendir para el registro. Tiene un procedimiento.
Y no es fácil. Creo que son pocos cupos y muchos estudiantes o muchos que se reciben.
Sí.
Es muy competitivo. En otros países, por ejemplo en Sudáfrica, el abogado cumple la función de notario público, o sea, tiene ya eso, y acá se divide eso.
Aquí tienen el registro profesional y después tienen que adquirir el registro para ejercer, que es lo más difícil, porque tiene que morir primero un escribano para que se pueda llamar a concurso su registro para ejercer ese cargo.
Por eso son muy limitados y cuando se abren lugares, siempre se abren en Central, creo que ya casi no, o si es que hay o no hay, pero si se abren lugares son en otras ciudades y no pueden elegir tampoco, o sí pueden elegir dónde se van.
No, por llamado a concurso es.
Por llamado a concurso, y en estos tiempos se va a hacer el concurso en este año, y algunos es por renuncia y la mayoría es por muerte. Están estirando las patas los escribanos, entonces ahora va a haber un buen grupo que va a ingresar nuevos escribanos.
Pero la diferencia es que los que estudiamos derecho sí podemos cursar un año más y nos recibimos de notario. Pero los que estudiaron notariado no pueden convalidar para ser abogados, por ejemplo, en la Universidad Nacional.
O sea, no es que ellos terminan notariado y hacen un año más
No. Derecho en la
Pero-
Nacional de 6 años. Entonces, si
Ajá.
vos no podés convalidar ninguna materia, tenés que cursar los 6 años de nuevo. Solamente creo que el ingreso puedes convalidar después de tener que volver a estudiar.
Porque hay muchas materias en común.
Sí, pero nosotros en Derecho tenemos materias más largas y notariado lo que hace es tener esas mismas materias, pero más sintetizado. Ellos dan más lo que tenga que ver con su trabajo, que es la parte de notario, ¿verdad? Por eso.
Se profundiza más, como dice la colega.
Sí.
Y es notariado muchas veces de manera muy superficial, e incluso de cuestiones de unidades, hay temas que no se desarrolla a profundidad. Sin embargo, en derecho sí es todo al fondo, hasta el fondo de la olla.
Ok. Es bueno saber eso. Quiere decir que el que se recibe de abogado puede hacer un año más y es también notario. En cambio, viceversa, el que se recibe de notario, si quiere ser abogado, tiene que volver a cursar desde el inicio.
Pero con la
De
diferencia
derecho,
en la
de
nacional
derecho a notario se puede, pero de notario a derecho no.
no. En la nacional solamente tiene que haber sido recibido de ahí. Si vos te recibiste en otra universidad, no podés convalidar tus materias y ser un año notariado. Esa también es la diferencia.
Okay, it's interesting. Okay, we finished our class number 2 and we will continue on Tuesday. The exercises, we continue on Tuesday. Cuando terminemos los 40 ejercicios, yo paso las respuestas a lo que me preguntaste, Blanca.
Sí,
pero
era
no,
nomás, porque yo
no voy
pensé que iba a terminar, pues entonces no estaba teniendo
Sí,
tiempo.
sí,
Pero por
sí.
eso nomás era.
Sí.
Pero gracias, profe.
Cuando terminemos, paso las respuestas, ¿sí? Y el compañero va a guardar también nuestro ejercicio, así continuamos. Okay, so we're finished and see you on Tuesday.
See you, teacher.
Sí.
Bye bye.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
Good night.
See you next
Good
week.
night.
Bye bye.